Hey there, Postal here. So today I'm going to take out the infamous XF5U Pancake. Just because it's been nerfed pretty hard in the latest patch, and I've flown it a couple times, but haven't actually tried to pay too much attention to the nerf. I've just been doing too many other grinds and things of that nature. On top of that, if you can't tell, maybe my microphone is that good to where you can't tell, but I've been sick the last few days, so I haven't been able to even produce any content. Usually I try to post a video on Fridays, but I couldn't do that. So if I'm coughing in the middle of the video, I'll try to mute myself mid-cough. I'm still going to be streaming tonight, Saturday, so feel free to join me there, but I'll go over that at the end. So what are we looking at here? Well, it got a pretty big Nerf bat to the head, right? The Pancake always used to be quite a few people's favorite Tier 8 heavy fighter plane. Why is that? Because it was great maneuverability. It wasn't the most hit points. It wasn't the most durable. It took critical damage pretty often, but it was very maneuverable for a heavy plane to the point where you could basically outturn a lot of multi-rolls and a few light fighter planes, especially if you got behind them before they realized what was going on. You could really take them out and stick with them just long enough to take them down. The guns were not spectacular, but they were, again, just good enough to do what you needed to do for a plane of this maneuverability. Good rockets for what you're using them for, but again, this plane's maneuverability was its key. Its altitude performance, its ability to just go straight up if you needed to, things of that nature. So in reality, it was kind of like a big multi-role plane as far as, that's how I played it, as far as maneuverability was concerned, as far as ability to kind of own that area of the sky. It was great for that. Kind of a very much a jack of all trades plane. Let's go ahead and hop into a game and see what it's still doing. All right, so today we've got the infamous Pancake.
Pilots, get ready for action.
Let's go ahead and get a comm center first. This bad boy has been nerfed into oblivion. This last patch 2.09. How did it get nerfed? Well, its maneuverability got nerfed, its guns got nerfed, and its engines got nerfed. What didn't get nerfed? I don't know. What else? Yeah. So is it still a good plane? We're about to find out. I've got to remember it doesn't have the maneuverability it once had. So I shouldn't be trying to chase around these light fighters like I just did. Luckily they were the ridiculously easy white bots. I can't be doing that against humans, that's for darn sure.
Attention all fighters. Enemy
I'm kind of wondering if it's still going to even have the maneuverability to hang with multi-rolls like it used to be able to. Clearly hang with 262, because anything can hang with a 262. Man, these guns overheat quickly. Alright. Oh, it's also increased its stall speed. Used to have a very, very, very low stall speed, I think like 80 miles an hour. Which is honestly how I would fight some of the enemies, is I'd slow down so much that they passed me. Probably still be able to do that, but be less effective. It kind of seems like, as I'm playing this plane, and for the first, how many minutes into the game are we? That it's not... Oh, crap. I'm not going to be able to get up there, are I? It's not... A lot has happened to it, I can tell, just from playing around with it for a couple minutes. But it still seems like it's an effective plane. We'll just have to see as the battle goes along here. What do I want to do? Do I want to get down in there? No, I don't. Oh, it's at 262 again. Let's do a raptor dive. Okay, the bomber's dead. I've got no friends south of me, so let's go after this 262. Huzzah! Alright, let's see. Since I'm going this way, why don't we take air some bombers, huh? Oh, you overheat so quickly, it drives me crazy. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these little guys, if they're not paying attention. Clearly wasn't paying attention. I like when they don't pay attention. Makes me seem like I'm more skilled than I actually am. I mean, I do have mad paying attention skills, typically. And that does make a difference on a game like this. Or most games, I suppose. Nope. I was going to say somebody's coming up behind me, but I knew they had the little hit points. I was hoping that something would have killed them. Are you on fire, sir? You are on fire, sir. Are you dead, sir? You are dead, sir. Nope. Rockets in my face. Nope. Niet. I know it's an American plane versus an American plane, but it's a Russian game, isn't it? Alright. Alright. Holy fudge a duck, who is behind me? Oh, I didn't realize there was somebody behind me. That's what I get for not using the art of paying attention. Alright, but we have gotten that comm center, all important.
Large enemy force is attacking the command center.
Yes. Really? Oh, yes, because we just flipped it. Alright, so let's go ahead and defend against these bombers real quick. And that bomber real quick, too. Excuse me there, just hacking up a lung. Miroslav. RB-17 going the wrong way. Budget duck. I've got to get these guys. If I can. Ah, shoot, I might have screwed this up. Thought that RB-17 was coming towards me. Clearly was not. I'm hoping we can get rid of at least one of these bombers before they start dropping bombs.
Air supremacy achieved.
Oh, well now actually I don't care. I don't want air supremacy. You all know me, I hate air supremacy. It's terrible for personal points.
Way to go! Victory is close.
Oh, it's so close I can taste it. Can you taste it? Tastes like awesome. No, I'll still kill you. Yeah, you don't think I can, yeah.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support.
Oh, I'm hanging.
Support will not be available.
I'm hanging. Let's see. So as soon as these poor unfortunate bots spawn in 7 seconds, 6, 5, we shall flip it.
Great job
No, we won't.
today. We'll be waiting for you back home.
Alright, so that was our pancake battle. Let's head back. So that was the XF5U Pancake. Got ourselves a victory in a little over 6 minutes. Those air supremacies are terrible for personal points. But 11 frags. I don't know what the heck the lock-on mission is. I'll have to check that out. Led the team. Was hoping to be able to get a another flip there at the end, but couldn't do it. So what do I think of the Pancake? Is it worse than it was? Yeah, there's no denying that, for sure. Is it still a viable, if not great, heavy at Tier 8? Yeah, I'd say it's still viable, for sure. So let me go down the list of everything that was beaten over the head Nerf-wise for the Pancake. So decreased pitch and yaw rate, increased roll rate, slightly increased stall speed, decreased boost duration, but slightly increased the speed of boost duration recovery. So that just means you can't boost for as long, but you can boost a little bit more often. Okay. Decreased range of fire, accuracy and rate of cooling for the M39 guns. I'm assuming that's the top guns. Yeah, M39 guns are the top guns. So it did everything you could against the guns for them. Besides the rate of fire, I suppose. Increase the time of engine recovery after critical damage. And anybody that's flown a Pancake knows that the engines are huge compared to the size of the plane and tend to get damaged relatively often. Now, granted, for me, I tend to have the items set up to help accuracy, so that kind of... I had all this set up beforehand, so it's not like I did this to set up the Pancake after the nerf. It just kind of helped it out anyway. So I'm increasing the accuracy by 11%. With my airframe, I've got it set up to increase the tail and wing resistance. Same kind of story with the tails and wings as with the engines. They tend to get knocked out pretty easily. This has no skinniness except from the side. Nobody's shooting at you from the side. Everybody's shooting at you from behind while you're turning. So I wanted to protect my wings and the tail, so I had this set up for it anyway. Funnily enough, that's not a correct word, I know, but I put the advanced light power weight unit on this to help my yaw maneuverability and maneuverability in turns, so that kind of counteracts the whole yaw rate issue. And I also put on here to help the engine's resistance. So this was all stuff I did before the nerf, because it's kind of weak in those areas anyway. And oddly enough, the firing range I had boosted up. So I don't know, I just got lucky. But that's just how I set it up to kind of counteract the nerf anyway, before the nerf. So I think the things that they weakened about the plane, besides the actual maneuverability, the things that they weakened about it were kind of weak about it anyway. So hopefully, it doesn't say a percentage exactly, but hopefully they didn't do it too badly. And in my opinion, again, the plane is still viable. To me, even before the nerf, I wouldn't have gone out and said this was the best heavy fighter in the game. To me, personally, there's better planes out there. Even at tier 8, I'd still take an XP-58. It was kind of a toss-up before the nerf. Now I would take the XP-58 just because the guns are harder hitting on it. Yeah, it's less maneuverable, but it makes a heck of a lot of credits. Not that I didn't make a lot of credits just now. What did I make? Doesn't even say. Come on, tell me. Thank you. 77. So I can make 3 times as much in the XP-58. And you've got the rear gunner. So different planes, but now I'd still take the XP-58 just because I think it's better overall. That being said, I think this is better in its niche, where this used to be really well-rounded, because it was more maneuverable than it is now. It was, even though it was weak as far as being able to take hits, you could avoid a lot of hits usually. You could take out multi-rolls with pretty good ease, actually, because most multi-rolls, besides bat wings and things of that nature, in J7s, you could stick with or outmaneuver even. So where this Pancake was kind of more of a jack of all trades, and the XP-58 was kind of a just pummel things into the ground kind of thing. Now the XP-58 obviously still pummels things into the ground, and the Pancake has lost a little bit of its jack of all trade-ness. You definitely have to play it a little bit more like a heavy fighter, like you would have in the past. Like you would other heavy fighters. Whereas before you could kind of play it like a multi-role plane, honestly, because of its maneuverability. So I understand why they did it. Was it justifiable? I don't agree with nerfing that many things on a plane at once, because you typically end up over-nerfing stuff when you do that. Think about it. They nerfed nerfed the maneuverability. They nerfed the boost on it. They nerfed everything about the guns, almost. And they nerfed the critical damage aspects of the engines on this plane. There's not a whole lot of other things you can even nerf. So my suggestion would have been to, nerf one of those things. Probably the maneuverability, just because everybody knows the Pancake is ludicrously maneuverable. the guns were never an overpowered thing about it. The thing that made the guns so good was because the maneuverability was so good. You could have crap guns with that maneuverability and still be okay, just because you're able to stick behind and eventually you'll hit the guy just because he can't get away from you. So I would have said, okay, nerf the maneuverability and see if that's a good step. If that doesn't work, okay, take another step. But doing 3 things at once, I think, is kind of overkill. So this is, I think, the 3rd game I've played in this plane since the new patch. I'm sure I'm going to play it again. It's still a fun plane. It's just not the same plane, if that makes sense. This isn't a go-to because I'm having a bad day and I want to make everything better kind of plane like it used to be. Now it's enjoyable, but it's not my go-to plane by any means. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a very quick one, or quick for me anyway. I've been sick the last few days, and so I'm just recovering now. I'm still going to be streaming tonight on Twitch, so feel free to join me there. Hopefully my nasally issue will be a little bit less pronounced at that time frame. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If this video helped you out, give it a like. If it didn't, give it a thumbs down. I certainly don't mind. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this, so anything, any feedback to me is good feedback. Feel free to comment as well. I respond to all the comments. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you tonight.